So when I sit down with people to counsel them biblically, dialysis patients, first thing I ask them is, do you believe in God? Usually, well, all the time they say, yes, of course. But here's the part where it gets a little tricky. I say, do you believe that the Bible is the Word of God? They think about it, and they may say, I guess, or some say, yeah. But here's the thing. Nothing in the Word is going to make sense to you if you don't believe it. You have to believe in your heart that God gave us this Word to help us in our journeys through this thing called life. So if you have trouble believing that the Bible is the Word of God, then you won't understand the truths, or you won't be able to believe the truths that it contains. The power of belief is, I'm willing to say without thinking about it right now, the most powerful tool that we have. Without it, we live a life of skepticism, and we're drifting around not knowing what to attach ourselves to. You may say, well, I don't believe in anything. Well, then your belief is in unbelief. We all believe in something. Why not believe in something that's proven to prosper your life? So I was talking to somebody, and he was like, I'm not sure I do believe that. And I said, you know what? That's okay. You keep open mind. But if you pray to God and tell him you have a heart of belief that you want to believe, I promise you, he'll get you there. But you have to do it through the Word. So I've told the story in Mark once before about the father whose son was possessed by demons, and he brought the son to Jesus to excise them. And the father says, have compassion. And Jesus says this, he says, anything is possible to those who can believe. All things are possible to him that believeth. Sorry, this blood pressure cuff, man. Dialysis patients were like, this blood pressure cuff? Talk to me in the comments about this blood pressure cuff. Like, I'm sorry I'm going off course here, but like, we're connected to the machine. Our blood is running through the machine. What do they need these stupid things for? I'm sorry, I'll get back to it. Okay, but so here's the part I want to get to. The father says, Lord, I believe, help mine unbelief. So the moral of the story, the whole point of this video is, even if you don't believe all the way, ask God to help your unbelief, and he will. He'll reveal things in his Word to you to help your unbelief. And here's some transparency for you. When I started my journey, I wasn't in full belief either. I read a book by Claude Bristol called The Magic of Believing. In that book, it's not a religious or secular or any type of book. It talks about the power of, like, the scientific human power in our brain of belief. So when I saw my life wasn't where I wanted to be, I chose to believe. I said, my life isn't where I want it to be. This book is a book of prosperity and principles and power and prophecies. So let me dig in and see what the hype's about. I chose to believe. The book told me to pray, I prayed. Whatever the book told me to do, I did, and my life got better. Building my belief. If you want to talk about it with me, DM me. I'll send you a link on how we can connect. Stay strong, dialysis disciple.